Hello, everybody. I'm Sam, and today I'm going to prove to you, logically, that you don't know what you think you know. In fact, I'm going to prove that the very idea of absolute certainty is the most dangerous trap for the human mind. We all believe we see the world as it is. We don't. We see the world as we are. At this very second, your brain is blocking out billions of bits of information. It's not a window, it's a filter. A model is the version of reality your brain puts together from limited information. It's like hearing half a story and filling in the rest automatically. You think you're seeing the whole thing, but you're actually seeing your mind's best guess. You're not seeing your room. You're seeing your brain's model of your room. You're living inside a personalized reality, custom built for you by your senses, your past experiences, your beliefs, and your fears. This is the first layer of the prison, your personal, individual reality tunnel, as told by Robert Anton Wilson. You are living in a world of one, and so am I. But let's say you're the most open-minded person on earth. You've escaped your personal biases. You're still trapped in a much bigger prison, the human prison. Here is all the information in the universe. As far as we know, the electromagnetic spectrum, and this tiny sliver is visible light. It's all you or any human has ever seen. It is almost zero. We are, as a species, profoundly blind. A bee sees ultraviolet patterns on flowers that are totally invisible to us. A rattlesnake sees the infrared heat signature of its prey in total darkness. A bat navigates a world of ultrasonic sound. Whose reality is correct? The bees, the bats, or yours? The answer is none of them. Each is just a limited user interface for survival. Our human interface, our common sense, is just one option, and it's blind to 99% of what's actually out there. Each creature's world is real to them, but only as a survival workspace. None of us get the underlying truth. We only get a useful hallucination tailored to our biology. So reality doesn't exactly show up as it is. It shows up as whatever your body can detect. That is the second layer of the prison, your biological senses. So our personal senses are a filter, and our species' senses are a filter. But all of that is nothing compared to the scale of the reality we're trying to understand. When you look at the night sky and you see a few thousand stars, let's try to comprehend what you're actually looking at. Those stars are in our galaxy, the Milky Way, which has an estimated 400 billion stars. Your brain cannot process that number. If you counted one number per second, 24/7, it will take you 32 years to count to 1 billion. Now, do that 400 times. And that's just our galaxy. For decades, we thought there were about 200 billion other galaxies. Then the new James Webb telescope pointed at what we thought was a blank patch of sky and found thousands of new ones we'd never seen. One scientific fact was wrong by a factor of 10. The new estimate is at least 2 trillion galaxies. We are constantly learning how wrong our assumptions are. But wait, here's a part that breaks your mind. Everything I just mentioned, all 2 trillion galaxies, all the quadrillions of stars, all of it makes up less than 5% of the known universe. The other 95% is a complete, invisible, mysterious something that our best science admits it can't detect or understand. And that is the third layer of the prison. We are ants on a single grain of sand trying to write the absolute rules for the cosmos that is 95% invisible to us. This brings us to our most powerful tool, science. Science is without question the best method we have for observing reality. But the true scientific mindset understands that science is a process for making maps, not a machine for finding truth. And that process has strict limitations. By its own rules, science cannot make value judgments. It can build a bomb, but it can't tell you if it's good or bad to use it. It can't tell you what is moral or beautiful. It's also confined to the observable. It has nothing to say about your inner world. Science cannot measure your thoughts, your consciousness, or your feelings. Every single scientific fact you've ever learned is a temporary model, subject to revision. The fact of a flat earth was replaced. The facts of Newtonian physics were upended by quantum physics. Every fact was once considered impossible. Every observation depends on the angle and tools we use to look. The moment those tools improve, the universe reveals something that we couldn't see before. That's why scientific maps always need updating. Because if something falls outside our instruments, it doesn't enter the theory. Our tools shape our picture of the universe, and our tools are always changing. A scientific model is never the world itself. It's our current outline based on the tiny slice we've managed to access. So treating any model as final just freezes discovery. And reality has never stayed still long enough for that to make sense. Science is our most accurate map, but confusing the map with the territory is the original sin of human intellect. So we're trapped by our biology, by the cosmic scale, and by the limits of our tools. But it gets worse. We have a fourth prison. Our own brains are designed to keep us that way. Your brain runs a two-part algorithm, the thinker and the prover. The thinker is your conscious ego. It's the part that decides on a belief. The world is a good place. People are untrustworthy. I'm not good enough. The prover is your vast subconscious. Its only job is to scan your life and find any evidence to prove the thinker right. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy machine. It will filter reality to match your beliefs. If you believe people are untrustworthy, your prover will highlight every suspicious look, every bad news story, and it will literally make you blind to the 100 acts of kindness you walked past today. Your biases aren't just thoughts. They are algorithms that actively create your reality. This is the final prison. Which brings us to the core of the problem. We have a linguistic trap. We use the word reality, a singular noun. It sounds like one solid block-like thing. Words carve the world into boxes that don't actually exist in nature. Reality flows, but language freezes it. Over time, you stop seeing what something is and only see the label you put on it. The moment a word sticks, your mind reacts to the label instead of the thing. Call someone a stranger and you feel distance. Call them dangerous and your body tenses. The word becomes the reality you respond to. And that's why language can trap you. Once you label something, your mind keeps looking for proof that the label was right. You end up living inside the story instead of the moment. The physicist John Gribben once said, "I do not believe anything. This statement short circuits most people's brains. We're taught that you must believe something. If you're not a theist, you must be a dogmatic atheist. If you don't believe in X, you must have blind faith in not X. This is the trap. The scientific philosophy known as model agnosticism says any grid we use to organize our experience is just a model. Korzybski said, the map is not the territory. Alan Watts said, the menu is not the meal. And this is the key to it all. Belief is the death of intelligence. Think about it. The instant you assume certitude, the moment you believe a doctrine of any kind, you stop thinking about that aspect of existence. The case is closed. The more certainty you have, the less you have to think about. Belief in this traditional sense is a grandiose delusion that says, my current map contains the entire universe and will never need to be revised. Given the 4 prisons we just discussed, that is the most arrogant and absurd position you can possibly take. So let's review all of this for a second. We are trapped inside 4 layers of limitation: the personal prison, our individual senses and beliefs; the biological prison, our species' limited senses; the cosmic prison, the 95% of the universe we can't even see; the psychological prison. Our own brains are designed to prove our biases. So I ask you again, what can we possibly know for certain? You have now logically arrived at the only true wisdom a human can possess. All we know is that we do not know. And this is not a depressing thought. I honestly think this is the most liberating idea in the universe. The moment you truly accept this, the walls of all 4 prisons dissolve. The spell is broken, and this leads to the most powerful and practical foundation for a free mind. Nothing is true. Everything is possible. Nothing is true doesn't mean facts don't exist. It means no map is the territory. No belief is the absolute truth. Everything is possible is the direct logical consequence. Because we don't know the limits of the 95%. Because our maps are incomplete. We have no logical basis for ruling anything out. This is the open mind. Not a mind that believes in everything, but a mind that is free from the need to be right. So, what do we do with this freedom? We are all stuck running programs, patterns, beliefs, reactions that create a reality that often doesn't serve us. We feel anxious, limited, and trapped. If your mind is malleable, if beliefs are just tools and not truths, then there is no valid reason to be stuck in patterns that don't serve you. This is where the inner work comes in, the esoteric, the philosophies, the spirituality, the things science can't measure, like your thoughts, your feelings, your consciousness. These are also models. They are maps for your inner territory. And the esoteric has its own empirical evidence. If you do the work, you will get results. It is a repeatable experiment within you. The information on this channel is not meant to be a new truth to replace your old one. I am not giving you a new prison. I am trying to give you the keys to your own mind, to show you that you are the programmer and not the program, to help you let go of whatever you think is true, whatever you think is fake. Because all of it are just walls limiting your brain's capacity and your soul's potential to actualize all of you. Because once you realize the walls were models, not reality, they stop trapping you. they loosen, and what's left is the one thing certainty always destroys: choice. So when you stop clinging to certainty, your world stops shrinking, possibilities return, and life starts opening again. So I ask, open your mind, consider everything, believe nothing. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. And if you enjoyed what you saw, then please subscribe. Peace.